Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's January 26th, and today I'm back here with a video. Today we're going to be talking about winter weather because we do have a potential southeastern winter storm that is uptrending a little bit, and that's going to be the main focus of today's video. Yes, let me just get started by saying we did have an EF3 tornado last night in Jefferson County, Alabama, and Fultondale. And there is one confirmed death with that, and around 30 injuries reported. So, pretty significant tornado, but hopefully that is not a sign of what is to come this spring and summer. So yeah, let's get started. So, right now we have our winter storm moving out of the country. It was our major winter storm, and with that, as you guys can see, this is pretty much the final reports because it's no longer snowing in these areas, of course. We did have, in these orange colors, these deep orange colors, that is 12 to 18 inches. We did have a pretty good sized area of 12 plus inches of snow from around Lincoln over to even eastern Iowa a little bit. We did have a lot of snow in southern Wisconsin, a little bit more than expected, actually. So definitely did not bust. Now, in my opinion, it might have slightly busted a little bit for north central Kansas, but you still got a lot of snow. So it didn't bust a whole lot, though. Now let's talk about our next winter storm. Now, this has been uptrending a lot. So you can see this is our winter storm. This is Thursday early morning. This is the 28th. So this is just like 1.5 days away, and we have patches of a lot of moderate and heavy snow in North Carolina and Virginia. And we can see that continues all the way over to the coast almost. Now, the problem with this is the GFS is uptrending for even Tennessee, Kentucky over to North Carolina and Virginia. But the problem is that the other models really aren't showing this much snow. We look at the total snowfall accumulations with the GFS, and we have a lot. We have in some areas almost a foot of snow in north central North Carolina. So to be more accurate, let's use the Pacheri ratio. And with this, we only have around maybe a peak around 7 or 8 inches in North Carolina. We still have a lot more snow than other models are showing. Now in Tennessee and Kentucky, that has uptrended. We now have areas of 1 to 2, maybe even 3 inches in some areas of Kentucky. We look at other models here, and also let's just talk about this for a second. We have a lot of mountain snow in the west. Look at this in California. Some areas have over 100 inches. So several, like almost 8, maybe even closer to 9 feet of snow in areas of the mountains of eastern California. So very, very significant snowfall. Some of those areas have been below average for snowfall this winter, so they do need some snow. And let's compare the GFS to the European and the East real quick. So this is snow depth, we really don't want that though. Let's take a look at total snowfall. So you can see the European is a lot different than the GFS. In Tennessee and Kentucky, we only have almost 1 to 2 inches. So still some snow, but not very much. And then in North Carolina and Virginia, we don't have anywhere close to as much. In our area where the GFS is 7 to 8 inches, we have 1, maybe 1.5. So definitely not as much as the GFS. So that's why the GFS may not happen. In fact, it has a pretty good chance of not happening. But also that chance is there that the GFS could happen. But the European says the GFS is not happening. And it's just going to be a little bit of snow in that area. Enough to make the ground completely white, though, which is good. We look at other models like the Canadian. The Canadian agrees with the European pretty much. Has a little bit more snow in Tennessee and Kentucky and a little more snow in eastern North Carolina. But not a whole lot, not like the GFS is showing. The Canadian's actually pretty realistic on this one. So is the GFS. The GFS could be overgiving it a little bit. And then we can also look at the NAM, which the NAM is what we use to forecast our major winter storm that we had yesterday and the day before in the Midwest and the central U.S. Now you can see the The NAM barely has anything. In eastern North Carolina, we just got maybe half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Nothing significant. Maybe at tops in the Piedmont of North Carolina, we have in north central North Carolina, maybe 1.5 inches of snow. And that'll be pretty localized. Now in the mountains, we are going to see more snow. And then the NAM also does show some decent snowfall from around northern Arkansas all over into Kentucky. But like I said, not a lot in North Carolina and Virginia. So that's why what happens in North Carolina, Virginia, and kind of maybe eastern and central Tennessee, it's very uncertain at this point because the GFS is outdoing all these models right now for snowfall. So we're going to have to see what actually happens with this. As of right now, I'd say GFS probably has a lower than 50% chance of happening. But that chance still is there that areas of North Carolina do get 6 inches of snow. I think it's pretty unlikely, but it is definitely possible. We just have to have enough cold air come into play so the rain can actually switch over to snow. Now let's talk about our next winter storm. So once our low in California moves into the central U.S., this is Saturday, January 30th. And this is also a winter storm we have a lot of difference between the GFS and the European on. So you can see this is Saturday, 18Z. It's Saturday afternoon, the 30th of January. We go to the latest European run. We go to Saturday. We go on to Saturday afternoon. The low is a little bit further to the west. Nothing really significant though. We have a little bit of some snow showers in Nebraska, maybe some mixed coming in. With the GFS, we have a little bit more snow, and it's way further to the north. It's in areas of Minnesota, Wisconsin, maybe northern Illinois. And we go later to when this winter storm really starts to get its act together. This is Saturday evening now. So this is around 6 to 7 p.m., depending on where you live. We have heavy snow in northern Illinois. But then the European, though, is very different. The European has the low in northern Oklahoma, which it's not that far away from the GFS, from where the GFS has it. The GFS has a pretty good area to the northeast, though. It has a pretty far to the northeast compared to the European. But the European has more heavy snow over a bigger area, and it has it further to the south. You can even see areas like St. Louis getting on some of the mixing. And we got heavy snow from northern Missouri over into central and even southern Illinois. So a lot different than the GFS. And then as this moves east by Sunday morning, we have snow in Iowa, light snow. The heaviest snow is in northern Virginia. And we go to the European now. We go to Sunday at 12Z. A little bit similar. The low is right around the St. Louis area, which on the GFS, it's further to the east. And in southern Indiana. And we have that snow on the European and northern Missouri over to where the heaviest is actually in western North Carolina. A little bit more cold air to work with the European solution also. And yeah, we can see that. And then the GFS actually has a decent sized little winter storm for the northeast because the low just does a bunch of circles in the northeast, as you guys can see. And so we actually could have some decent snow. Then around the 4th, we have this. And the GFS has been consistent with a storm system around the 4th. Where it is sort of uncertain, but it has the potential to happen in this area right there. And then on the European, we go out to the 4th. European also has it. It actually has a pretty significant, maybe even blizzard in Kansas, the Oklahoma Panhandle, up into north central Kansas, again, areas that got a lot of snow from yesterday's storm system. And that moves straight to the northeast and brings potentially blizzard conditions for a decent part of the central U.S. and a little bit of the upper Midwest. So very interesting what happens right there with that around the 4th. This is far out, though, so where this actually takes place is a little bit uncertain. We could be looking at maybe a potentially strong storm system around the 4th and the 5th. That'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow. But yes, bye.